Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
Okay, so my background in building and running businesses started when I was 12 years old. The first ever business I started online was Instagram team pages. What is it? It's basically you are growing Instagram team pages. So a team is about motivation. It's about a specific sport. It's about food, cooking, whatever brings people in and followers. You're going to build those pages by posting regularly. Once those pages have a decent amount of followers, you will get people that buy you promotions. So they buy paid promotions, story shoutouts, collaborations, reels, whatever. That's the first business I had. And the main goal at the end, once the Instagram pages had the value to sell them, I sold them to people. So that's my experience from my first business. Now about the business I'm selling currently. So an e-commerce business in a growing niche. I've started in August 2022 because I'm passionate about that niche and I understand it has a big growing potential. And I use my competitive edge of the fact I was good at running Instagram pages. I was able to build a big brand awareness, a big following base for the brand, and the rest followed the sales, the collaboration. I got over 30 people affiliated to me. So that's about it for me. Building and running online businesses.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
The main reason why I'm selling the business is because I've noticed that my whole life, although it's a short life, I'm just 19 years old, but I started business when I was 12 years old with the Instagram I told you, is that my goal always was to sell my pages once I had a decent amount of following. So I want to replicate the same thing with my actual brand because I know it has a value of selling. I want to sell it to make quick cash because I got a bigger project in mind with my family. We have a real estate project and I'm one of the persons, although my young age, with the biggest capital. So I want to bring even more capital to build an empire in the real estate here in Belgium because not many people have that chance that I have. So that's the main reason why I'm selling it. Don't see myself growing it anymore. I feel like I'm not the right fit anymore, but I'm sure that somebody with the skills and the time can get it to a big positions since it's a growing niche. You can check on Google Trends, the niche keeps growing. So there's a lot of work to do on the business, and whoever takes the step, I'm pretty sure that with the right moves, the brand can go super big.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
The amount and type of work to maintain it isn't that much, to be honest. I've always been somebody lazy, so I'm not the biggest worker for it. That also explains the reason why I don't make so much money. I still make money, of course, but it's correlated to my work. I'm pretty sure that if you're putting more effort, you will make more. So for me, all I do to maintain it is mainly I'm supervising my VA, so the one does customer service, in case there are problems or something bigger to solve. She texts me, I reply her. Then my supplier, I just look once in a while if everything runs smoothly. And then what takes the most time to maintain it, it's obviously the ads on Facebook. So Facebook is an algorithm, so you have to feed it every week. So every week I bring a batch of 5 to 10 creatives. So that's about in hours. I cannot define it takes maybe 10 hours to 20 hours a week, but that's the main thing I do. So supervising the VA, the supplier, and the Facebook ads. Now, the last thing I do is obviously run the social media pages, but it doesn't take a while for me because I've made a lot of videos in the past and I just use them on a daily basis. That's something great with Instagram and my experience. I know exactly how to run a page, so I'm never short on content or whatever. So it takes me genuinely about 20 minutes to 10 minutes a day to run the Instagram pages. So that's a bit everything. So be prepared. The most of the work is probably the ads.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
So if I were to keep it, how to grow it? So the first obvious thing is just scaling the ads, find new concepts, bring in new ads. That's what gets the most ROI, I believe. So that's the first thing. The second thing is now implementing different acquisition sources. I'm not yet on Google. I'm not yet on TikTok. I know there's something to look for on Google. I think the search terms are pretty high for the product and the niche, so there's something to do with it. And TikTok, obviously, too, need to test it. So that's the second thing I would do. The third thing I would do is expand the catalog of products, sell more products, because during almost 2.5 years, I've only run one product. It's now that I started bringing in new products to the customers and I see there's a big potential with it. So that was the third thing. The fourth thing is for me to sell directly to clubs. I sell my products to people, to particulars that use it, but there's something to do in the B2B to sell directly to businesses, directly to people who will buy a huge quantity and then resell them to their customers. So that's the fourth thing I will do. And the fifth thing is trying to find a way to have monthly recurring revenues. That I would do it by implementing subscription about trainings related to the products mainly. So yeah, that's how I would go for it.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
The biggest risk with the business is probably the ads, because most of our revenue is related on paid ads. And the thing with paid ads, it's algorithms. So it's changing consistently. So you have to keep feeding the ad account, keep updating stuff. You basically have to keep trying new things. Otherwise, your ads will die out. So that's the biggest risk I find. But there's a pretty much easy solution to it. To just keep the momentum always going and you would be good.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
To be honest about the support, I'm willing to offer a lot of support because although I'm selling it, I'm still passionate about the business model. I'm still passionate about the brand and especially the niche, since basically my whole, since I'm 12 to 19 years old, I built my life around this niche because I also had Instagram pages around that same niche. Anyway, so about the real support I'm willing to bring, some helping first few weeks to run the Instagram account, give the tricks because I believe I have expertise in the domain. And then the next thing is about the ads. I've tested over 500 ads, so I know the winning concepts. I will a bit go over on how I made the ads. I will also provide some clips because I have base of a lot of clips since I've worked with many influencers. So that's a bit the support I'm willing to offer. So mainly the Instagram pages, helping with ads directive, and also just tips for the supplier and the VA, how we process, how we work. So that's about it.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
No, to be honest, I would like a full cash payment upfront just because I'm building the new project and my goal is to bring in some cash quickly. So by doing an earn-out payment, I will just delay my new project. So that's not interesting for me.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
For me, it's worth buying. Obviously, it's worth buying if you know that you can run an online business, if you have some experience with e-commerce and dropshipping, because I've discussed with a lot of guys in the space and they've all told me it's $1 million brand's worth. I wasn't able to do it, but with the right expertise, the right people, you can bring this brand really bigly, mainly because of the growing niche it is in. So yeah, for me, it's worth buying.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So thanks for joining us. See you next time.